And yes, we are live. We have Bethel in the building. Bethel Omeife. Bethel is full of life. Oh. It's like life, 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 life. You don't even know it. When you see people on the screen, you just think, no, this person is just Bethel is so much full of light. I've been privileged to meet Bethel. Bethel is one of the team organizers of the UK summit. So amazing. See you again. I didn't even know Better was the one coming this morning. I was like, what's happening? Thank you so much for being here, ma'am. Thank you for joining us. And if you can see me, you can hear me. Let me see your comment right in the comment section, telling me that you can see better than I. It's been amazing, amazing, days. This is the last of the 60 days of October. So we're going to now get into November, which will be the last, few days that we're going to fire on my intentional parenting journey. Better as much as I've met Bethel, I'm sure we didn't have time to really talk about how did
Yeah.
you get here, honey. We were all about the summit. The summit took over many things. So it will be so amazing to hear from Bethel, to hear all of the things that Bethel has to say about her journey. I'm so excited, that she's here. So Bethel, over to you. Talk to us. How did you join the Intentional Parent Academy? How did you get yourself in the inner circle? What has made you stay in the inner circle? What was that thing that struck you when you got into the inner circle? Thank you so much, Bethel. Over to you.
Thank you, my coach. I call her Nelma. Thank you so very much, ma. Thank you for this platform. Thank you for this opportunity to share my journey. How did I get into TIP? I got into TIP through Masterpiece Mentorship Program. But before then, I had been following you on Facebook. I was your one of your ardent follower. Yeah, implementing, taking bits and bits here, implementing. But I saw you as someone whom resonates with me a lot. Like you have what I am looking for. So I made sure that I was always, when you post, I'll come read. At times I'll comment, at times I will take it and repost and things like that. So I was following. So at that same time, last year, around June, July, August, I got to a point in my life that I felt I should be moving forward. I should go beyond what I am. And that was around that time you started talking about Masterpiece Mentorship Program. Well, the screening was intense because I think we went through like 3 stages or all that. We showed interest at first, you screen. We wrote, I can't remember how many words, but you coach asked us to write. You write why you want to join the masterpiece. And I wrote and I was looking like, I don't know whether what I wrote will be accepted. And then I passed the second stage, and then the third one was like, you've been accepted. I said, wow. And then we started the Masterpiece Mentorship Program. I think that was in September. That
Yes.
changed my life.
Mm,
I got myself.
mm,
From there, I learned so many things. And at times when coach is talking, I know it is who you are. It is what you are, you will say. If you are not it, you can't say it. You can't be it. So she
mm,
will mention TIP in person. I said, this TIP, I will not let anybody tell me about it. I am jumping into the ark immediately. And then while we were still on that mentorship program, I learned a lot. That was when I really understood my ministry. That was when my career changed. I'm a nurse in the UK. That was when I knew that I needed to be different. I knew that there was something about me, but at times you may not be able to place your hand. Masterpiece Mentorship Program helped me to place my hand on that right spot.
mm,
And I started moving. My life turned. My ministry turned.
mm,
My career turned. My relationship turned. A
mm.
lot of things changed about me, and then I got into TIP. So I would say I am one of the TIP baby because I joined, last year December, and it has not been the same with me. The very first thing we did was that, induction webinar. And then after that, I think we did Christmas holiday package, bundle, and all that. I took that one and I ran with it. I ran with that Christmas holiday. I involved my husband. In fact, the first thing I did was I announced to them, I have joined a parenting academy. I want to learn how to parent myself, because I heard it from you that parenting is first of all about you before it becomes about another person. That I told my husband, I said, I've joined a parenting academy. I want to be a better wife. I want to be a better mother. I want to be a better sister. I want to be a better Bethel. That was why I joined. And since then, it's been one thing or the other. Is like a leaf of me has just been, opening. When you think you have scratched, a part, another part opens, another part opens, another part opens. And that is what I saw in TIP. TIP has been my life. It is my curriculum for life. I was still telling somebody on Saturday when we had the UK summit. I said, I cannot parent with the curriculum that my parents used. If I attempt to do it this season that we are in, I'm gonna burn myself. I'm gonna burn the people around me. It's not gonna go well. So I told myself that I need to be at a place where I would learn, where I would unlearn, and where I would relearn myself, so that I can better position myself to be the parent that my children need. So I can better position myself to parent the children that I have. I'm not the one that I wish for. Coach, you won't know that thing you used to say. I see myself in a lot of it. We wish, oh, our children is like this. Our children is like that. But when you say it hits us, and it sets us on another pedestal that this is who you have. This is what you have. What are you gonna do about it? So I entered TIP not because, like you would say, they didn't kill us, we didn't turn bad, we didn't turn, but I knew that no, something must be wrong. I had some traumas. I had some things that I needed to set right. So that was why I joined the TIP. And ever since joining, like I said, my life has not been the same. I have been a better person, and the things that I do have been better. I don't do things anyhow. One of the first things that struck me when I joined TIP was, I think, the onboarding session. The way the text messages were coming, the way the responses were structured and appropriate. I picked that. And I said, wow. It's not like I communicate anyhow, I don't. But I saw that as a structure that I must follow. I saw it as something that it's controlled. You need to control yourself. You are not impulsive when you are trying to respond to any message. And the team at TIP, I must give it to you this morning. I follow you. I am copying back to back, back to back. And that structure has also helped me to structure what I do. I am into the marriage ministry. It has helped me to bring a lot of structure that people ask me, how do you do this? How do you combine this? In fact, one of my colleagues said, I am following you anywhere you are. She's currently in the Masterpiece Mentorship Program. He said, Bethel, anywhere you go, because I have seen that this thing work, and I apply them. I apply them when we learn, when we listen to webinars, when we listen to instruction, we run by them. I apply them. I structure the things. I have program for next year is ready already. Is ready, almost printed out. Everything, my family, everything. TIP gave me structure. And I didn't struggle because I am, a little bit organized. So I just told myself that humility agbada, I am coming with it. In fact, I am the number one humility person in front. I'm going to wear it, and anything that coach is saying, I am going to receive it. There are some things that you will say, ma, it will eat us at a very bad place. Like our one of the Yadav, I think from Cameroon or whatever, say, she will just be like, I beg, her own is too much. What is she saying? She's too much. It will eat us. But you have said you are not ice cream. We are not there. You are not there for us to come and lick you. You are there for us to learn from you, follow, and go and implement for ourselves. That is the key word. Implement it for ourselves. I've implemented TIP. I am still implementing, and it is changing a lot about me. And my
Mm,
break time at work, I flaunt my book anywhere. I
mm,
flaunt the book of the month. I read it. And someone say, what's the book about? Well, I think when we're reading Resolving Siblings Rivalry, I kept the book. So anytime I have a downtime at work, I just read a page or 2 page or 3 pages, and I'm getting, and they'll be like, what's this about? I said, it's my book. I'm learning how to parent. They will laugh. I say, yes, I'm learning how to parent because I cannot parent with the same curriculum that I was parented. It
mm.
has to be different. I want to come to work and you see a new Bethel. I say it. I want to come to work and you see a better me. I want to come to work and you see somebody who is intelligent. This is where I get my source. Coach, thank you very much, man. That is how I got into TIP.
Amazing, amazing. Who can feel the energy in the room? See, these masterpiece women, they come with this kind of energy. Yeah. Some kind of energy that you just envy, even me. I envy them. Thank you so much for being here. Yes, Bethel is called the Odogu of romance. You got it. You got it. Can you see the masterpiece women raving in the comment section?
Oh, God.
Odogu of romance is
I
inside
see.
here. It's inside here. Shout out to you. And yes, Bethel said she joined the inner circle after she had gone through the masterpiece. You know, sometimes, very many of the times, really, only a few people who are not in the inner circle make it to the masterpiece. Very few because of the processing and all of that. Because it's inner circle parents that really understand what it is. I do not like people who don't understand me listening to me. Because you are not going to be able to understand it. So there's no need. But I think, and I also say it, all the time that if you scale through masterpiece, you cannot be overwhelmed. How do you want to do it? If you so when we come to the inner circle, people say, "Oh, I'm overwhelmed. Oh, I'm dying." I just look at them. I'm like, if these people know how they can be stretched, you can be stretched. You just don't get it. You just don't know it. And if you know how you can be stretched, something in you will just bust open. Again, we are listening to Bethel. Bethel is a nurse. Bethel, she manages her life so well. Like you will not know that she's actually a practicing nurse. She does her ministry so well, does her parents. You know how when people tell me, "Are you sure? Is it possible?" No, it is just you not knowing what it is, how to organize yourself. All right. And it is very, very important when you actually begin to put a lot of yourself together, especially in your journey. You begin to see that okay, that there's so much that can be done, and it's always 24 hours is the same for everybody. It doesn't change for anybody. As they change the time in UK, we're still within 24 hours. It didn't change. They didn't add an extra time. The way they were saying it, I thought that by now I will have extra 1 hour of my life. You will not have extra 1 hour of your life. It's the same thing. 1 hour is 1 hour, and that is what it is. All right. Shout out to you, Bethel, and thank you again for joining me. I do not take your time for granted. Bethel said something very striking. My life. This is where I get my own curriculum of life. This kind, my own curriculum of life is here. I don't know what it is that you guys are doing, but this is me, and this is where I'm journeying through. So Bethel also spoke about the structure. So no, now this is not me talking about the structure. It's one thing to have a structure, it's another thing to uphold the structure. So having a structure is different from who I upheld that structure. And again, like Bethel said, shout out to the TIP team. I do not think that we have an inkling of what goes on in the background. The background is something else, right? And you see an army literally in the background. And it is it is amazing, seriously amazing. It's those guys, those young men, I call them young men that run after the chariot of the king. Those young men run. And when I mean run, walking with me can be a lot. Yeah, because I move like a train. So, I, as in I'm on the move all the time. So when you walk with me, you're going to be on your feet. And a lot of shout out to people like Augustine, who's worked with me for 4 years counting. But if you actually do work with me, then you are going to be all that. Conversation for another day. But really, shout out to you guys. Thank you. And thank you, Bethel, for coloring that part of the conversation today. So the structure in the inner circle just gives you, it gives you, if you are someone who really want to actually move, your life one to another and all of that, it gives you that thing that you are able to actually, work with. You're able to change your life with. And Tetima was saying yesterday, and she said, I came into the inner circle and I was able to organize my life. No anyhowness,
Mm-hmm.
this thing. And if you are a new yada and you're coming into the inner circle and you're thinking, I'll just do it anyhow. This woman, are you sure that she's going to? I bring you good news. Good news. Come with your humility, Abada. Because I fear no man on that earth. The only person I fear is God. And as you're coming, what we want is change. I'm not interested in how you squeeze your face or how you head it. I'm interested in the change, the transformation, and what is going to happen to your children. I'm interested in the next generation. I'm not interested in all the emotionalism and all the. We want to move. How do we move? That's the conversation, right? So if you're coming, come ready. One of the things you hear the team at the induction webinar is your humility about that, get it ready, your ability, and all of the things that you hear chronicled. But that's on a lighter note. But like Chinwe said, it is a done for you kind of system. As far as I'm concerned, you actually
Yeah.
have everything that you need to have access to. But yes, again, we are watching Bethel Omeife. Bethel is a nurse in the UK. She's a masterpiece woman. She is a mom, and she is the Odogu of romance. For those of us who are looking for romance, we need to go and bring Bethel so that Bethel can help us. At Etima, that school of seduction, I think Bethel is the one that will do it for us. All right, since it's romance that is here, we have gotten our curriculum. Better we are coming. All right, let us go ahead, please. So, ma'am, talk to me. How has the inner circle helped you? Anywhere you want to take it from, your parenting, your marriage, your ministry, your career. I know a bit of here and there, but I would love to hear this story today. We are all for it. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you very much, ma. uh, thank you, ma. Thank you, ma. I appreciate you for this platform and this time sharing this page with me. It's an honor. So, while listening to others, I said, okay, these are the questions that coach is likely to ask me. She didn't send them to me directly, but I just said, that is what you have taught us to do in Masterpiece. It is a no excuse formula. And that was one of the first things I started running with. It is a no excuse formula. We do not give any excuse. And I have brought that formula into my life.
Mm.
It has given me curriculum for life. The second thing that TIP has done for me is structure, like I said. It has helped me to structure. Let me take my career, for instance. I sat down and I wrote down where I would like to go to, what I would like to be, and the people I would like to be moving with.
Mm.
Coach, you taught us to write down every detail.
Yep.
As I speak to you, every of those things have been achieved. I wanted to be a rep in the union, like the
Mm.
trade union. I
Mm.
joined. I did 60 hours of training on my own, and I was accredited within 3 months.
Oh, wow.
I wanted to do a lot of things. There are courses that I will see on my own and I will enroll. I'll just go and meet my manager. I would like to do this. And then she will approve it. And then people will be like, why are you I say, it is what you want that you ask for.
Yep.
So I know how to utilize those moments.
Mm.
That's in terms of my career. In terms of where we live in the UK, it is a place where people of color, dark-skinned people, are not too many. So I saw an opportunity. Well, it's now that we're just growing. You could walk 1 hour, walk as in walk, and you won't see anybody that looks like you.
Mm.
It's like that. I like it. So I said, this is an opportunity. And then last year, single-handedly, myself and my husband, we hosted about 3 programs that we will call a national program. My husband was marveled because of the kind of support I gave to him. I knew that, some people would say I am the life of the party, but I needed him to come out, with honor as a skill, with everything that we are learning. I needed him to come out and be in the forefront. We had the first Africa Day celebration in New York. That was on May 25. It was the bomb. It was out of this world. And we were the first person to invite the Lord Mayor of York. Anywhere the Lord Mayor hears my name, he said, if it's Bethel, I am going.
Correct.
Just this October, we had about 5 outings. The first one was on the 4th of October. We had Nigeria Day on the 5th of October. We had an art exhibition on the 14th. We had one on the 24th. We had another one on the 29th, just 2 days ago. So it's been back to back. It's giving me structure. Like you said, I don't fret. I don't run helter-skelter. I just sit down. What do we need to do? What do we need to sacrifice? How do we go about this thing? As a parent, TIP has helped me. Like I said, it started with Masterpiece. So after that Masterpiece after 90 days when we started, you told us to dare. Masterpiece was all about daring. I dare to be strong. I dare to show up. I dare to share knowledge. I dare. And I said, okay, I'm going to put this into practice. So there was an opening in my children's school for a parent governor. A parent governor is like being part of the people who make, policies and other things in that school. I just indicated an interest. And I think I indicated an interest in December last year. And by January 8th this year, I got a response that I have been elected. I replied, I said, why did you elect me? Why not, I've been appointed, like if you know all those things. And he said, because we saw that you had that quality. Oh, I just wrote what I've done back home in Nigeria, being involved with the children, the little that I know. How I wish it is now. How I wish it is now that I'm writing that thing I wrote last year, December. But I just wrote it because it's what I've done. So that has helped in that aspect. And it has also helped me to be able to encourage the children. The first thing I did was to look at myself. Parenting is all about me, first of all. All about me, first of all. I saw myself in all that I needed to do, in all that I needed to become for my family to become, for my children to become. We are a family of acts. So we told ourselves that we're going to be the number one family where we live. First of all, let's not shoot it too much. Where we live, number one family. If they're looking for any African family, the number one family they will call. It's gonna be us. And coach, it has been unfolding. So we started the York African community, where we bring together other African communities. Because when people come here, like you said on Saturday, that community is not there. Everybody is just running helter-skelter, doing their own things. Everybody they're afraid. They will even tell you, as you are coming, make sure you don't stay where your people are. Make sure you don't. Make sure that they are the ones that will go and report you. They are the ones that will do this. We already have a different mindset. That mindset shift started more in Masterpiece. And I told my husband, I said, that's where that is where we are going. That is what we are doing. And every of the events, every of the activity that we have held in this York, the Lord Mayor of York, the sheriff, their consorts have been in attendance. And they confess that they have never seen anything like this, and they want our community to stay, and they want us to keep, because it's part of what brings community cohesion. It's part of what brings, people to participate and to grow in a place. So we're not just doing it in York as large, we're also doing it in our Nigerian community.
Hmm.
The first Nigerian Day was held at what we call the government house, the mansion house. We got it for free. They gave it to us. They say, you want to host Nigerian Day? Come and have it in the mansion house, the government house. And they gave it for us for free. They even sponsored the event. And we had all our members, all our community people attending, and we showcased our culture, our heritage, our diversity, and our inclusivity. We showed them. In my family, I have been able, TIP has helped me to be vulnerable.
Hmm.
It has helped me to take my place as that mother. It has helped me to see myself as somebody that is of influence, because parenting is influence. Whether consciously or unconsciously, you are influencing somebody. Somebody is following hard after you, and they may not be showing it now. They may even be showing it now, like you will say that that's our report card. That whatever our family is showing, whatever our children is showing, everything, that is our report card. And we see them. So it has helped me to be vulnerable. I have recently had to, apologize to my daughter. I remember, after going through some webinars, some things that you would tell us what to go and do, I told her, I remember one day while we were back home in Nigeria, she told us she was going for choir practice. She didn't get there. So I rang the choir master. She didn't have a phone there. I said, oh, did you see my daughter? He said no. I said, okay. We started looking for her. So eventually we found her at one of our friends' place. And the first thing I did, coach, I'm ashamed of myself. I put my daughter at a corner and I gave her serious beating.
Hmm.
I said, wow. So I called them. I called her. Them, because I've got 4. I'm blessed with 4 children, 3 girls and a son. So I called them and I apologized to her. I said, what I know now, the mother that I am now, you too, you will attest to it, that I would never have done that. I told her that I'm sorry, because I know if I don't, address that, it could be a trauma to her later in life. She could have it at the back, at one corner of her mind, and then she's wondering, when did this woman change? When did she transform from here to
Hmm.
there? And things like that.
Hmm.
So I apologized. I became vulnerable. I told them, I said, if there's anything that I'm doing that you don't like, let me know. I am not the only one talking in this house. Everybody is talking. Everybody is contributing, including my husband. He's watching from afar. Like you said, we know how to bring them in. We are working on them. They will join. It will become a Yada. I was jealous on Saturday when I saw the accolade you gave to Yada father. I said, Chai, these men, they have come here again. Yada fathers, they got up gallantly and they all took their flowers. I said, okay, we are coming gradually. We are doing everything in wisdom and in knowledge to bring our husband into the ark gradually. So in terms of my children, I've also had to encourage them in the academics. I've had to, share some of the principles that we learn at the inner circle with them. And they don't just see themselves as the now, they see themselves as tomorrow. They see themselves as anything that they are doing now, they must be influential. On the 29th, we were privileged to meet Professor Chris Imafidon. He is the head of the Britain's brainiest family. And my husband told him, he said, you are holding science, we are holding the arts. And I'm like, yeah. My children play all sorts of instruments. It's not easy. I encourage them. I compensate them. I do a lot of things, and we carry each other. Any illness is no longer there. If any one of them comes to me and they say, Mommy, I can't. I say, okay, why did you say you can't? And they, oh, I can. I say, hey, now you are coming. Let's look at how you can. And then we move from there gradually. We move from there gradually. Coach, TIP. I will not leave this arc. Oh, this one that we have entered. When the flood that Coach Ebuka used to talk about comes, it would. I'm not there. It will not. No, I've gone now. I've gone.
Mm,
I am
mm,
in the TIP. I am in the TIP. Coach TIP has done a lot for me in my ministry as a marriage, educator. And like I told you, it was from I attended a marriage educator course and then I entered into TIP. So it was back to back for me, August, July, August, September. And I said, okay, so I carved my niche. And that was where that niche came from. I said, this is the area that God wants me to address in marriage because it's quite wide, it's big. And you've taught us to streamline and then stay on our lane and run with that. And I started. I have a community of people. We have yearly programs, quarterly we meet. And in each of we have one coming up in December. In each of our program, coach, you need to see structure. And they follow you. Hey, coach, you need to see structure. They are structured. We keep to time. We have purposeful activity. We have something that we achieve each quarter. This quarter, we're talking about the act of parenting with excellence. Because we've been talking about couples, romance, and the rest. And then we find out that we have children amongst us. We have people who have our children and all that. So we want to address it. We address different things, different quarter. Last year, December, while we're having our last program, I brought out a Christmas card. I brought out 2 gifts. I brought out this, and they were like, you are ready, you are prepared. And I'm like, this one is nothing. It's nothing because I get where they drink from. I'm drinking from somewhere. And I tell people, I say, I didn't make myself. I have a coach. I have a mentor. I have where I am drinking from. If you don't have where you are drinking from, you will dry up.
mm,
You will dry up. TIP
mm,
is my drinking well. And
mm,
it's never runs dry. That is where I drink from. That is where if I have to respond to something, if I have to talk to people, if I have to react, I don't even react. I respond. And I
mm,
read my words. I listen to the voice note I want to send. I listen to how I comport myself because it's not just about me. It's about where I am going. It's about my future. It's about a lot of things. How do I want to come across to people? How do I want people to see me? TIP has taught me organization and intentionality. I
mm,
don't do things anyhow. I don't do it anyhow. I don't do things anyhow. Journaling is one other thing that TIP has taught me. I write. Not so much, but TIP has made me to be able to write down. Every time at work, I'm writing. And then they will come behind me. What are you writing? I say, I'm writing. Read what I'm writing.
mm,
Because in what I'm writing, you will gain something that will go and ring in your head and you will come back to say, what are you writing? I document. I was telling my children on that 29. I said, when I give you my phone to take picture, no, it's not, it's more than that. You are documenting. You are creating memory.
mm,
Just like the people will write and keep things, that is what you are doing. So do it beyond what I've asked you to do. And they are doing quite well. They are doing that. I create memories everywhere I go to. TIP has helped me to be consistent and implement. Coach, let me confess, it is not everything I implement daily, but I implement them.
mm,
And that's one of the things that I think you see Yorkshire Yarders or UK Yarders, we used to encourage ourselves that there'll be some time that you may not have time for that tool of the day. Don't kill yourself.
mhm,
That's what TIP is teaching us. Put yourself together. You could now have the next day, you could be able to do 3 tools together that goes into each other. That is how it is. So when
mhm,
you are seeing Coach Wendy, our mommy, our Norma, dropping all those things daily, don't fret. Don't say, what will I do? Take them. Can I do this today? Like today, I'm not going to work. I've decided it's our day, my day with the children at home. They are grown, not too grown, not too grown up, but I know how we bring everything. Like coach will say, we are all coming from different places. We all have our lots, a lot, a lot. We all have different angles that we're all coming from. And you take, if you have teenagers, if you have young adults, if you have babies, I told people on Saturday, I said, you people, I envy you people. Somebody was saying, I tried 5 years. I said, you don't know what you are enjoying. I envy you. I said, I envy you. Take me back to that time and let me correct everything that I've done. But I'm taking them one time, one day at a time, implementing some tools. We go together. I will implement them. Some tools, it is at the end of Friday. I'll look at them, put them together. Okay, I can do this. I can do this. I can do this. I can do this. When Mrs. Ruth Baba talked, I said, that's my sister. That's my person. Coach, I don't do excess. So I don't do excess. I don't. They will put there's overtime, and overtime is double pay. Double pay with Saturday, Sunday. Better money. No, I tell myself, something must be sacrificed for something. I'm not going to leave the house. And I let the children know. I said, I've got options, but I chose you. I chose to be here. I chose to be in this moment with you so that we can grow. Talk to me. Let me know. I'm here. I want to listen. That's another thing TIP taught me, to listen more, coach, and talk less. I listen more now. I listen. When my son is 10, he's the youngest. When he starts talking, I'm like, at times, because he's the one trying also. Those boys, they are, they are trying. They are trying. I'll just listen. Hey, mommy, you are not listening. I'll just drop everything. Like you said, drop the phone, drop everything, and just look at them. Give them that attention, because these are the formative years. These are the formative period. Coach, TIP has helped me to focus on essentials. Hey, fear of missing out. I've thrown that one away since. As I focus on the things that I am supposed to be doing now, I ask myself, what is most important? What am I supposed to be doing now? I focus and I manage my energies. Coach, I stopped cooking in the morning. I stopped washing. Coach, I stopped though. You see, the morning in my house, I say, Coach, will they follow you? Any morning in my house, my children are upstairs now. We've done our devotion. We do in the morning because night does not work for us. So we called a family meeting. What do you do? What do we do? How do we go? So everybody agreed that this is it. And if it is your turn, you will come and wake the rest of us up. And if you did not come and wake us up, you will have consequences. You will do for the next 2 days. So if you know you don't want to do 3 days devotion following, you better wake up, set alarm, wake up and come and wake up. This morning, the person that's supposed to lead did not wake up. So me, I just woke up, I started prayer. I went to call them, they joined. We finished, I arranged myself. I say, I beg, let me manage this energy. I'm coming here to come and meet my coach. When I finish, she already knows her consequences. She already knows. But TIP has taught me to focus on the things that are most important at a time. I am not everywhere. I plan myself. I schedule my activities. I plan what I am supposed to do. Schedule what I'm supposed to do, where I'm going. The same thing, I bring it to my husband. I said, Oga, this. What do you want to do? Let me know. Where are we going? What's our focus for this quarter? What's our focus for this month? What's our focus for now? And I just follow them, so that at the end of the day, I can go back to my journal. I can go back to my vision board. I can go back to my goal and say, okay, I've achieved this. I've achieved that. My bedroom, the walls of my bedroom, they are not like the normal bedroom. If you come, because I've pasted things on them. Things that if I turn like this, I want to see it. If I turn like this, I want to see it. I've written from that December, my vision statement, our family values, everything, my own values, everything. I wrote them and I pasted them on the wall. Even the children are copying from that. That, okay, we have seen a new mommy. Coach, thank you. I win daily. That's another thing. that you
mm,
help me to see. I
mm,
win daily, daily, daily. I fall. I know I make mistake. I know there are times where I've not been honest. I know there are times where I've not done it the way I'm supposed to do. But coach, I dare to focus on the positive. I win daily. I look at the situation and I'm like, what am I supposed to be doing? And it was, I think it was even during masterpiece I came across this quote: opportunity dances with those on the dance floor. If you're not on the dance floor, opportunity will not locate you, it will not dance with you. And
mm,
coach, I've been running with that. I've been seeing opportunities have been opening up, and I've been wondering, where have I been? Everybody wants to know better, everybody wants to work with me, everybody wants to hear from me. Coach,
mm,
thank you.
mm, mm.
Thank you. Thank you for answering that call. Thank you for shining your light. Somebody was asking me on Saturday. He said, where is she? Where is she? I said, what do you mean by where is she? When she comes, you will see her. Hold on, sit down. They know they find light. You don't look for light. When it shines, you will see. And as soon as you say, okay, I wonder, I now see. And then I went up, to the exhibitor stand and I bought some books. And then she came, she said, me, I didn't call her along. And we went. She's coming into TIP this December, but she has bought all level one book and all the ones I bought. She said, Sister Bethel, we are moving together. I say, yes, let us move. Coach, thank you very much. You are shining
Oh,
your light. We are
wow.
seeing ourselves in that light and we are following that light. My life is not the same. I am not a normal UK nurse. I am not a
Mm,
normal African person. I am different. Everybody
mm,
sees and they say, this one is. I say, yes, because I know where I'm going. I
mm,
am not after money.
mm,
No, coach, God bless you. You have taught us currencies of life. Money was the last thing, or was it legacy? Last. It's not, in fact, that money that you want to leave is not the one I have now. So I'm working towards getting that kind of money that generations. So before I get there, what other things do I have to
mm,
give to my children? And that is my time, the knowledge, my experience.
mm.
Coach, thank you very much. Let me stop here.
Wow, wow, wow. At Bethel was talking, I was just trying to put, many times when you talk about something, you teach something, it gives you, there's something that happens when you see it implemented in rawness.
Mm,
I tell you for free. Bethel has actually taken this word, converted, you know how you convert a word into life? That's what I say. You know how you're teaching a lot of people who live in that world say you don't understand, you don't get it, coach,
mm.
this is they don't work here. Yeah, this is I said it's because you don't live here. Bethel has left them. Take
I've left them. Coach, it is working. It can work anywhere.
anywhere. She left them and just took this
Mm,
thing and said, you see this thing, eh? She said the thing can work here. It's okay. Let me take it. Let me run with it. See, when you implement, it doesn't matter where you live. You will shine. As in, the way where you go shine, shine. You know, when the word of God says, and the word became flesh, you
mm.
can literally touch inner circle in the things that she's saying.
Yes, ma.
Literally, literally. You can actually tangibly say, this is inner circle in the doing. This is it in the, this is it. Somebody said we are tied to you. That you have plenty fans in the comment section right now. We have plenty fans in the
We're
comment
tying
section.
ourselves. Oh,
And truth be told, you can be better said something that just struck me. She said, I am a UK nurse with a difference. I'm not
mm,
like every other person. It is a choice.
mm.
She chose. She chose to do the thing she heard. And like she said, some of the things I hear are not as easy. Oh. So me and you were on the same platform. They are not as easy. Sometimes I hear them, they hit me, and I'm like, this woman have come again. And like I often say, it's okay for you to be hit. It's okay for you to feel uncomfortable. I'm very, I'm very good with having hard conversations. The conversations you don't want to hear, have. If my friends are here, I'm very good in hitting the conversation at the and with inner circle parents, I hit it to the end. Sometimes it doesn't come out the way you want it. But she said something. She said, even when he hits me, I take it. The highest thing I can say is, what's even wrong with you? So my she has said it, okay, okay. Then I'll go and think. And then I'll go and implement. And then I will see the tangibility of the result. There's something that I say in Masterpiece. I'm going to say it here. I say to them, you might not understand everything, but run. You might not be able to actually place it, but run. If you run with it, you're going to see the result. I see someone coming. I see someone better. You're going to have 1 million accountability partners, as it were. I see somebody saying,
You come and help
what
me, oh.
accountability partner? And Bethel has her goals. I'm on my lane. My children are going to be the hub of art. Our family is going to be the hub of art. We're going to be, we're going to be known for it. And she's moving. She's moving. Did you hear her? We've been the ones doing the Nigerian Day. We have created community. That's art. Our children are watching. Our children are going to take over. It starts with the small things, and she's on her lane. I remember when I said in the inner circle, there are people whose children are writing books and putting on Amazon. It is okay. My children are not writing any book. That's not what we are called for in the now. We are focused on our focus. And it's fine. It's not anything. We celebrate you. In fact, in the inner circle, celebrate you is a major. As you come, we clap for you, celebrate you, but no pressure. No one single pressure from anywhere. Everybody is on their lane. You are walking your walk. I'm walking my walk. That's one thing that the inner circle does for you. Bethel said, he helped me stop having the fear of missing out. I'm not missing anything. I'm on my lane. I'm running my course. I'm running my journey. In fact, inner circle will help you not to compare yourself. You just get to a point where you're like, it is me. It is me. It is me. I am running on my own journey. And my journey is mine. And Better say, see, I don't do all those extra, come and give me 1 million, so that
No.
I will make money and become that. That's not me. I've come from a different place. Focusing on your focus. And she said such is I no longer cook in the morning. When you get into the inner circle, you learn energy management. Some of you use your energy wrongly. Energy, that's why you're everywhere. That's why you can't implement, because your energy, you deplete your energy before you even realize that you need energy. You deplete it. You are constantly on the, you want to be this, that. Stay you. And lastly, that quote in the masterpiece is a great reminder. You can't dance, you can't be on the dance floor. It's only that's where opportunities are. How are you putting yourself to actually create opportunity? At the TIP Summit UK, I was sharing on the currencies of life. And in those currencies of life, I shared 8. And money is the list of the currencies that you need to become, if you understand it. Because every other thing can actually get you money. But money cannot buy all of those other currencies. All of the other currencies can buy you money. But money cannot buy you all of the other currencies. So why not build the other currencies so that you can actually buy money? That's it. Simple thing. And when you actually finish it, you will see that your life actually becomes a lot easier. These principles are universal. They are tangible. They are, it's something that everybody can actually practice. Someone said if you watch Queen Charlotte, you will know Agatha. She's the Agatha in York. They have known Nigerians in York because of her. She's not afraid to tear. You know, I tell inner circle parents, all these, I don't know, in the UK, they will chase me back. Oh, what does that even mean? Let me not get into that place. Parents in diaspora, watch out in 2025. You guys must change the way that the diaspora, Nigerian in diasporas live. Ghanaians in that, the black people in diaspora. We must begin to actually do something differently. Let us continue this conversation, right? Next year, there is a particular class I'm going to deliver in the inner circle. It will change your life. It's called the 10 gates of parenting. And if you're able to understand how to manage each of the gates, your life will take a leap that you've never thought of. And it's something that I brewed for like 3 years. Before I teach a class, just know that that class have actually brewed with me for like 3-4 years. And it's here finally in 2025. So if you think that, oh, I've been in the inner circle, are you sure that nah. Like Bethel said, this is the fountain of knowledge. And it comes from above. It's not me. Don't even ascribe it to me in any way. Thank you again for joining us, Bethel Omeife. It's a yada, a true yada with the implementation strategy. It's not the yada at the back. The yada that is a yada in the front seat. It's not that I don't know, I am not sure. In the front seat, she's a masterpiece woman. Masterpiece women are you guys in the house. We don't joke. She's a masterpiece woman. We call ourselves masterpiece women with the doings. You can't be a masterpiece woman and not have doings. Where is your doings? As you answer a masterpiece woman, we ask you, where is your doings? Right? And yes, she is also an exceptional nurse. To crown it all, she's the Odogu of romance. Me and my
Coach.
where we are going to go and learn school of seduction. Bethel, set up one for me. I'm coming. I'm your student. You don't get it. I am coming to you. You will do a school of romance in my life so that we can start romantic. In my romance, I need to take it up top. Take it a little bit. I'm a good student. Don't worry. I'm a very good student. When you do
Coach.
this, you'll be very glad. In fact, I will give you testimony that we actually hit the roof. Trust me. Just take me as your student. Thank you so much for joining us this morning. And yes, I am having fun. I love the energy. I love the vibes that Bethel bring. If you meet her in real life, you will get it. You will get it. And honestly, Bethel is sharing all the way from York, United Kingdom. I love that she stays in that kind of environment. It makes your implementation process even more visible. Can also brings it out. She knows what to do, so she's not cowed. Hey, I don't know this place. There are white people.
No.
I don't think she's shining the light. Oh she. Well done, ma. All right. So let's talk about the webinars. Webinars are the things that we use to actually translate knowledge in the inner circle. We constantly are having webinars where we are teaching, inner circle parents what it is that they need to do. It was Natasha who was talking to me about someone that she was, getting into the inner circle. And the person was asking her plenty of questions. Are you Natasha said, let her just register first. That she will be in one corner. She said, Mama, don't worry. When she receives first basbos, second, third, fourth, she will be fine. And then she will stop asking me those plenty questions. I had a good laugh. So webinars can be, quite transformative. They can be resetting. They can be, they can stretch you. They can give you comfort. They can give you everything that you need. But most especially, they can peel your feathers, leave you naked and not ashamed, and then help you to receive whatever it is, that you actually need. And that's what one of the things that Coach Chinda says. He says, inner circle will fight you. Inner circle will feed you. Inner circle will find you. We call it the 3 Fs of inner circle. Over to you, Bethel. Share with us. What will be your top 3 webinars as we continue in this conversation?
Thank you very much, Ma. As I sit here, I see the struggle that other speakers have had to choose the webinars. Because for me, the webinars are refineries. What happens at refineries? The crude is treated and then they are made into different petroleum products. You may not see yourself as crude, but come into the inner circle and you will see yourself as something that should become something. So it is the webinars that is like, for me, a refinery. And coach, you are the master Odogu. You are the one, because you are showing us. Shout out to Coach Kunle Ologe that I met last week Saturday. Sir, you are handsome. I see why coach is everywhere.
That's why I
He's
want to
just
attend.
guiding
That's
you.
why I want to attend the school of romance,
He's
please.
just guiding you. Coach Wendy just guide. I'll be looking at, and I learned. Thank you for exemplifying and showing what you teach. Thank you for not being ashamed to call it what it is, especially when you are outside. So, Ma, you are the Odogu. I give it to you. Thank you, Ma. So, my 3 webinars. The first one is by the cohort 1F team lead, Coach Omolola. Thank you, Ma. The Seasons of Life. That webinar changed me. It helped me to stop thinking like excessively, wondering what's happening to me, wondering where am I going. The season of life, it showed to me that I am in this season. What do I do with this season? It showed to me that what I do in this season will determine the next, what happens in the next season. So the first one for me was the season of life. The second one, raising girls with sense. The season of life gave me stability with my parenting. It helped me to be stable. Like if somebody is shaking, it just brought that. Even though I'm like this, it's stable. The season of life. The second one, raising girls with sense. I have 3 daughters. And Ma, it's not funny. I was still listening to Raising Girls with Sense. I listen to it almost every day.
Wow.
Because I said, yes, this TIP hits us at different angles. I saw myself how I was raised. Yes, domestically, okay. But the girl with sense is more than a domestic girl. Is a girl who thinks. So I looked at that webinar. I said, this webinar, coach, is for me. First of all, for me. And then I look at what I can implement, how I'm teaching the children. At times when my husband is saying, how somebody who is not yet in the inner circle will talk, I will say, they will know. They will know. We have to model it. We have to teach it. We have to do this. We have to do that. We have to do that. We have to show them. And we show them. I show them. I model it. I am very, very intentional with the things that I do. With that one, I can put maybe my son has been receiving a lot about not bailing. Even my husband, coach, God bless you. No more bailing. No more. The person I stayed with in Birmingham was telling me a story about somebody who just had a baby, a 1-year-old baby, and according to her, she said the man just sits down and the lady does everything, the cooking, the everything. I say they can communicate, and then she can ask for help. She should say what she wants and stop enabling this kind of attitude. Whether you are back home in Nigeria or you are in another environment, it is not environmentally like, yeah. Back home, I talk, I communicate. I know at times some of the talking could turn to nagging. Yeah. I quickly retrace myself back. But you have to say what you want. You have to say, come. And it's not that time you will say it. There's a time to talk. Like Master Conclavite will say, you wake up your husband. I listen to him to every Friday, 11 a.m. We did there. He will say, you just wake up your husband at 2 a.m. and say, hello, we want to talk. I want to talk to you. No. You have to be a girl with sense. You have to raise a girl that is at the board, not on the bed. Coach says there are some that are on the bed with the king. They are also on the board with him. And I think that was what Esther was. My third webinar is honor as a skill. Coach, hey, I got home that day. I threw away how we like one particular tray, but it has broken at edge. I threw it away. I told my children, henceforth, honor yourself. You are valuable. I will honor you. If I do anything that is dishonorable to you, call my attention. You are valuable. You are somebody I want to live with. I told them, I talk to them, I validate them. I honor as a skill. My husband has been on the receiving end, and it has rubbed off on me. Coach,
Mm.
when we go out, before he will say one word, it is Bethel. If they call him on stage, before he will say anything, I'm like, I go to my son, "Oga, they say make you give speech. Which one is better you are calling to come and stand by you now?" Coach is an honor. The program that I host here, the way he carries it on his head, the way he's everywhere, everywhere. At times there will be shift for him to do. He will say, "No, I'm going to be around. I'm going to be available." So those 3 webinars, they have changed a lot, all of them. The one with Coach Dozie, the one with our Queen Mother yesterday. I was part of the 300 and something people glued, listening to Queen Mother. It was, in fact, when I saw her name yesterday, I said, Coach Etima has broken on the table. Me, what am I coming to come and say today? And all that. Thank you. My daughters are coming into the girls' hall. My son, I saw Coach Ebuka on Saturday. Hey, I was like, hey, I should just chop him. When we even sat down at the dinner, I was still looking at him, talking. I said, Coach, my son is coming in. They are coming in. I've told them. They are coming in. So those 3 webinars are more. I don't know which one. Is it the first very one we did? Becoming an emotionally intelligent parent. Coach, hey, that webinar changed me. Becoming an emotionally intelligent parent. It helped me see me. I saw my children. I knew that there is more to just, what they are exhibiting. I started reaching deeper. Reaching their heart for them to be able to talk. They were talking. My first daughter is 18. When back home in Nigeria, when she's exhibiting some things, I would just be shouting her down. I'll be telling her, you are just drawing attention to yourself. Hey, coach, you taught me. That was wrong. I've apologized to her. I have. I said, because she was calling for a particular thing, which perhaps I didn't know how to deploy it, how to do all these webinars. Every Tuesday, one woman came on Saturday. She was invited by somebody. So she was asking, I was with Madam Ayo at Inoke TK Concept. We're sorting out the hoodie and the rest. So she came, I was like, what is this TIP? Everybody shouted. I said, I took my time, I started. In them, God bless you. She didn't say anything. It was after the webinar. Ine come and saw 2 of us again. I say, Madam, when Bethel was talking to you in the morning, I didn't talk. I wanted us to finish. The woman said, no, I'm the one that we talk now. I'm registering. I am coming in. I told her, I say, where do you get things every Tuesday? None fail. Coach, none fail. Every Thursday. Where do you drink from? Where? Do you just, those things give me stability. I know that there is something I will hear for the next day, for the next week. People are just living anyhow. That's why they do anyhow. And coach, I am glad I'm in the TIP. Saturday, hey, I was just looking. Everybody, we were not pretending, we comported ourselves. When women hold events, some people will come and be crying for food. Some will be abusing the registration. They will be doing us. None of those things happened on Saturday. TIP UK Yarders, I give you now.
Shout out to you guys. Yes,
No. They tried. Everybody. I told my husband, I said, hey, I don't enter this boat where you will stay and you are not shaking. When we had Nigerian days, some people were afraid. They were open. I said, hey, cool down. We have planned this thing. Let me do my hand like coach hand. Hey, cool down. We have planned this thing. Today
I'm
is
all
the
the
day.
way down.
And today is the day. It will happen. And it happened. We had 104 participants in that mansion house. At a time, people were, they saw our heritage. They saw things. I didn't fret. And we held the program. I said, cool down. The next agenda will come up. Cool down. This one will come up. This one will come up. We have prepared. We have planned. We have practiced. They are all showing. Coach, thank you very much, ma.
Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Let me take it from where Bethel, took it from. The organization at the UK summit was something to behold.
Mm.
I wouldn't even, as in, it was something to behold. It was, shout out to all of you. I saw Dr. Yemisi. I said, head girl, UK,
Our head girl.
head girl. Omo, it was a thing to behold. And even the husbands who were not very involved, who came around, they were looking at them like, wow, this guy, they were in awe. They were in awe. Shout out to you guys. The organization was something else. As they were talking, it wasn't Konye who, when she was calling me to bring food to our apartment, she said, Coach, you know that yeah, we know that you're a very structured person. I said, oh, more, you guys even have structured me. You guys, this guy said, yeah, I'll structure you. It was something to behold. It showed, I heard UK others say things I have said in passing. It was amazing. I would have said it in passing without, getting that everybody would take note. They took note of the things that were said that were not said.
Mm.
They took note of the body languages. They took note of the conversations that happened that didn't happen. And they delivered. It was so good that the things that I ate, I don't know what it is. I don't know what they did. They were bringing the food I could eat at home. I was like, were you guys in my house? Amazing. Amazing. Shout out to you guys. It was sweet to behold. It was beautiful. Event went as planned, no chaos, nothing. And it showed that this processing is this implementation process is just a thing. All the the agitation that happened at the back, at the end of the day, the deliverance was just, it was delivered. you know and shout out to you, Dr. Tim. I don't think I've seen
Wow.
anyone as structured as Dr. Tim.
Oh God.
I watched her. As she when we went to the heritage, then we went to the place, the historic
Winterborn.
place. Yes, in Winterbull. I was watching her movement. She has toddlers. My goodness.
Hmm.
Her organization with her children and managing the team was something else. I was just watching her, and after she said, Coach, I learned from you. She's also a masterpiece woman. Shout out to her. And you would just be looking at her, I'm like, was it Debbie? Oh, shout out to you guys, Ijoma, Tinoke, all of the organizing committee, Dr. Nem, Dr. Duekwere, Madam Grace, thank you again. Yes, Bethel is here. And Bethel remembered the TIV UK Yadas. Oh, shit, you guys, well done. And as we were finishing, they just said, Coach, don't worry, this is your itinerary. We are booking your itinerary. This is where you come. This is where I was like, I was stunned on the stage, like, what's happening here? Thank you so much again. Um, organizing a very smooth. It was a first, and yet it was so. Everybody who wasn't there regretted not being there. Trust me, it's not even a thing to say. And everything that was taught there, no, it wasn't. It's not something you used to know, right? It's not like, have I not been listening to coach before? No, you missed, and we didn't. We're not giving you recording. We'll keep it to ourselves. Alrighty, it's been an amazing time with Bethel. Bethel is sharing on my intentional parenting journey, and Bethel is a mom of an adult child and also teenagers. Every time that we're talking about parenting, and we're talking about children and parenting, our parenting process. One thing that I say is, no matter what age your children are, you can actually do a lot and implement.
Hmm.
And I dare say that, coming and visiting and also meeting the UK others showed me there were a lot of implementations around me. I could see judo colos, their children speak Igbo fluently. And, the implementation was so solid. It's not the just anyhow kind of implementation. And I know that that's how Yadas are world over. Trust me, I have met Yadas everywhere and have been stunned by their results. I keep saying that some of the results that inner circle parents have, some of them self, I don't even have it. So it's not even about me. So don't even think that is, oh, it's about coach. No. I also saw someone in the comment section who said, just by listening to the my intentional parenting journey here. Last week, I saw an opportunity in my children's school. And note, I'm just joining in a circle. I haven't even joined. And she has already started running. She has already started running. That's what we're talking about. You can't listen here and just become the same person. You become extraordinary. You are not normal. No, you can't become normal. Thank you so much for joining us again. So Bethel is going to, talk to us about, um, how we say I'm busy. I still had this conversation with a friend, and the I'm busy still came up. You know how we say I'm busy. I'm a nurse. You know how people like to say it now. You don't understand, coach. I'm a nurse in the UK. It's not the same thing. And I love it that Bethel is a nurse. So Bethel is in the space where she's going to be able to share with us what it really meant, right? To actually be in that space. How have you been able to manage your time? How have you been able to put better? You do everything effortlessly. See you. You are home. See you. You are managing. You are even implementing at the highest level. This is for me. This is implementation at the highest level. You're not creating communities. That's what we're talking about. You're not getting into a space that is uncomfortable and becoming comfortable in an uncomfortable place. And I'm sure people, Nigerians, watch you and say, this woman, you are living your extra, like your extra is extraing. People are looking, I'm sure people just look at this extra and say, this extra is extra. And that's what one of the things that I teach in the academy. Let your extra shine, let your light shine, because we want to see your light shine. We don't want you at the back. You've been able to manage intertwine, and you have been able to manage, the School of Romance, which I'm now a student of. Yes. And,
Coach.
and then, yes, you're going to be teaching your mentor. You'll be teaching me, but I will be humble. Don't worry. I'm a very humble sister. Don't worry yourself. We will come very ready. So you will create it in front of me, and you are coming at the back. Don't worry, let's finish. So and you've been able to manage all of this. You're not missing anywhere. How have you been able to, put all of this together? What has helped you to actually stay the same? Because I understand that there's a lot, that happens, around us. Even if you're in Nigeria, I always say that a lot of people also still ask me, Coach, how are you able to do it? What have you been able to do that have made you do things like this? Over to you, ma'am.
Coach, thank you very much, ma. A lot of things, a lot. And I will attribute them to TIP, the Intentional Parenting Academy. If you are not in TIP yet, this is the best time to join. Please, as soon as this webinar finishes, go and book your slot, 5,000 naira. Then you will pay the rest before December 1. That's by November. So you have just 30 days to pay. So if you have everything, kuku pay now, because you will never ever remain the same again. I've received a lot of bullets in TIP, and I've just written down 10, and this 10 would, answer the question that coach has given to me. The number one is that parenting is first of all about me.
Mm.
Number two is I have the time. It's like affirmation. I have the time. I have the time to do the things that I am called to do,
Mm.
and to do the things that I should do. I have the time. Coach, you have said it, most people who say, I don't have time, I'm busy. Go and check them. They are not doing anything. The person that is busy does not have time to say, I don't have time. They are not doing anything. So I tell myself, I have the time. I have the time for my husband. I have the time for my children. I have the time for my job. I have the time to develop myself personally. Yesterday, I had my appraiser at work. And then the person who wanted to appraise me came. And okay, better, let's do your appraisal. And then she took me to one room. It was like a children's bay. Nothing. And she said, okay, let's have appraisal. I said, no, I can't have my appraisal here. She said, well, I said, I need a laptop, a system. You need one. You will need to see what I have written. and appraise me. How can you come with a sheet of paper? And what do you want to appraise? I told her, I say, I am more than, no, we need, and then it took her 2 weeks to find a system, to find time, space, whatever she's looking for yesterday. And then I took my time. When I finished, she said, this is like another class. That is like you are the one appraising me. I took my time to explain. I tell people, when you have opportunity, don't say they will not do anything or it's just going to end with the person. It's not, I asked her, I say, what happens to my appraiser? She didn't know how to answer. I was the one that still provided the answer because she signposted me to some things. I said, no, tell me that part of what you are going to work on this appraiser is that you are going to refer me to where I will get support or where I can ask for these things. I said, don't just tell me as if it ends on your table. It doesn't end on your table because you're not going to do anything. And that's why I put myself in spaces where I can, like do something about some of the policies, some of the things. I read a lot, some of the things that can be influenced. So the third one is that no excuse. I don't give excuse. I would rather find a way. I will find a way. I will find a way. No excuse. Another one is if I don't do the time now, I will do the time later. Anyhow, I will do the time. Another one is my children. I learned that one during the sibling mentorship course. My children, they are not assistant parents. They are not assistant mother. I should raise them to become mentors to each other. And coach, that is what they are doing. That stopped a kind of sibling rivalry. It stopped a kind of, rancor, whatever. I said, see, how will you say this thing that it will model, influence to your younger one? You, the small boy, how will you talk or bring out things that your sisters will gain from? Another one is nothing is free. Coach, nothing is free. Everything I see as free has been paid for by another person. So all this free webinar, you told us, you warned us. I don't do it. All this free webinar, you jump here, jump there, free. Nothing is free. Somebody is paying. Parenting is influence. I am modeling, whether consciously or unconsciously. And without emotional intelligence, parenting will be hard. The number 9 is that I should choose my hard. Everything is already hard. Everything is already hard, difficult. Then I should now choose my hard. And the last one, an unskilled child, is a burden to himself, burden to the family, and the society at large. How have I been able to manage my time? Coach, from the webinar, manage your time and energy. I sat down, I structure. Like today, I'm doing just 3 things. 3. Number 1 is this one I'm doing. Number 2, I will read part of my book. Let me confess, so I've not finished. And October is finishing today. But I'm going to finish it today. I will finish it today. It's part of what I plan to do. And the third one is to go meet my son. He's going for music school in the morning. They'll close at 3. They've asked parents to come at like 2:30 and join the last session. I will appear. They know me in their school. I will appear and I'll talk intelligently. So, coach, I've been able to manage my time. What is important for me to do now? When you call me, if I don't pick your call, if I can send message, I will tell you, send a chat. I can't pick call. If you think that until you talk, you call before I will know. I text more because I can attend to 20 people on text. That's another thing. I can attend to 20 people at the same time than picking only you. And then you are going, you are coming, you are doing this, you are doing that. Then I don't give place to anything negative around me. I always constantly accentuate the positive. I don't give room to anything negative. I plan myself, plan my time. In the night, that's when I do everything. I bring out my clothes, bring out this, bring out that, set everything out. I don't do anything. In the morning, I just wake up, my baby girl live. I've not entered though, like Chioma,
Omo,
master
is the president general among the nations.
Master puppy.
Omo.
So I just do it. Then it helps me to balance myself. I don't talk, I don't shout anymore. I don't yell. In fact, when I start, They'll start looking at me. My son will say, Mommy, do you have to call me twice? I say, boy, when I call you once, you will do as if you did not hear. Okay, let us agree. If I
Mm,
call you once, answer. And it's working. We don't talk to them. If you don't talk to your children as if they have understanding, that's
mm,
when we have a lot of battles, a lot of rancor, a lot of things. You think that you are the Lord and Master. No, everybody is equal. Coach, essentialism.
mm,
What is important to me now? What should I be doing? What should I be doing? When I'm at work, I face work.
mm,
When I'm at home, I face home. When I'm anywhere, you don't find me pressing phone anyhow. I focus. I do the essential things that I'm supposed to be doing.
mm,
That is what I have done. And it is structure. It is more than what we are saying. Come inside TIP. Come and learn the structure. Come and learn how to manage your time. Come and learn how to do so many things. Even your own coach, my life, my Nami game pass. I am the most I benefited more, even more than mine. That's why I am repete. I told somebody, I said, we don't repeat. I am repete level 1. When you said, oh, send your this thing, whether I see whether you have passed. Only me, I told myself, I am repete. This level 1, this foundation, I must get it right. Because what happens if the foundation is
yes,
shaky or is destroyed? There's you can do something, but it's small. It's small you
mm,
can do. So get it right. And I
mm,
want to get it right. Thank you
mm.
very much, man.
Wow, 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 wow. This is just amazing. It was when Bethel was trying to reel out the quotes. The quotes I was going to ask her which will be the quotes that have kept you most stable. Right? I always ask that because a lot of people, the things that have been said, yes, somebody said that the best thing that happened to her was hearing that, see, that she's not ice cream, she's a leader, and that her children will not like her all the time. That thing gave her stability. That because she was a very permissive parent who wanted her children to like her, who wanted to be friends. And yes, in the inner circle, we say in the TIP Academy, we say you are not friends with your child. All this, my child is my friend. It is not true. You are not. If your child is your friend, there's something wrong. Ma, sir, there is something wrong with that system. And unapologetically so, we will remove the friendship from you. Gotta look for friends. Your children are not your friends, right? Alrighty. So Bethel also shared on some of the things that she's been able to do. Look at the way you will see someone who has a structured life. She said, today, I plan to do 3 things. It's not there. I'll do this one. When people that do many things don't achieve a lot. I've said that before. I said it to Masterpiece Women. Somebody came to me at the Masterpiece recently. I said, coach, I'm multi-talented. I said, what does multi-talented mean? And I said,
Multitasking.
and I said to her, the brain can't even multitask. It's not an effective brain, mechanism for the brain. People don't even know that. And so you're everywhere. You're delivering, sharing yourself everywhere. You spread yourself too thin and end up achieving nothing. I was listening to Sandra Odukwe. Sandra was one of the very first people who came to share on my intentional parenting journey. And she said, I just chose 3 things I wanted to achieve this year, and I've achieved all of them. I heard Bethel say something. She said, my career, there were just 1, 2, 3 things I wanted to achieve this year, and I have achieved all of them. No need being everywhere and jack of all trade, master of none. You're everywhere, you're spreading yourself too thin, nothing. And she said that's one of the things that have helped me structure to actually be able to be here. I say Christian was saying something. He said, what I have implemented so far, I think Christian is a new incoming yard. I'm an architect practicing here at Benin. I've been able to extend grace to my workers, 0 yearling level, honor as a skill. Coach, the list is endless. The list is usually endless. And many times we actually, because we don't learn. I remember the first time I said, do not multitask. Hey, parents were like, coach, what are you talking about? Come into the inner circle. Come and learn. So if you are wondering why is she saying do not matter, do not do this one, do not do no. It's not like that. Don't worry. Come and learn. When you learn, it will change you. I can see Ibn saying it's the same coach as relocated to UK. Even yourself, if they tell you say I relocate, even you won't you just wonder. That's an interesting. You just wonder, coach Haba. All righty. Thank you so much again, Bethel. Bethel, tell us your top three books that you have read in the past 10 months.
Oh,
You know, when people are asking, oh, this year, that's I saw when Cordelia was sharing. Cordelia has been here for 10 months. Bethel has been here for 10 months. You don't need to be here for 20 years old to implement. Start off. You know the problem? When people come into the inner circle, the first thing that happens to you is that you argue. Some people argue for like 6 months. So when you're done arguing 6 months, 6 months have gone. You now find yourself implementing on the seventh month. You now find yourself on the third month. You're like, hey, I wish. And then you start all over again. Start running. I usually tell you that's when they come in, even if you don't understand it. Run. Just run. Over to you, Bethel.
Coach, thank you very much.
Mm,
Structure in TIP. When we're onboarding and I saw the list of book every month, what we would do daily, our connection tools, done beautifully in different colors that appeals to different senses, and every time you are able to read it, they will post it at the beginning of the month. The books every month has a book to read. Coach, you tell us that we must read, and readers are more than leaders.
mm.
They are the table makers. Readers are the table makers.
Yes. Mm,
Having every month, I don't feel empty. I don't feel like I don't know where I'm going.
yes.
I will just go to the chart, see the book of the month, bring it out and read. And I'm always sleeping with them and all that. The books, they've all been a blessing, but I'll just pick three. This one we are reading currently, I think maybe that's why I've not finished it. I will just be opening. Each page will be coming out as if I've not read it before. It will be coming out afresh, as if you are in front of me, reading those things and drawing my ear and saying, this is it, this is it, this is it, this is it. Raising an independent thinking child. Coach, I need it. My children need it. Everybody around me.
Mm,
I've told on Saturday I bought books for my son, plenty, and my girls. I say I should finish. You see that boy you are calling your best friend? Oh yeah, and the one you read this week, give him, he will read next week and return. And like that, the mother told me that she's coming into TIP. I say, so you will understand. So raising an independent thinking child is one, not number one, no. There's no other. Number two, how to love your child more. 30 days of loving your child more. I saw practicality in it. I saw the things you ask us to do. Some of them I'll be like, can I bring myself to do this today? My life. But
mm,
I will hear your voice saying, start where you are.
mm,
Do it. Do it. Where do you get voice notes every day? Every day. Let me scream this every day very well. Let my neighbor come and say, what's that? Every day. You get voice note every day. You get tasks to do every day. And the third one will be discipline is not an emergency.
mm,
Coach, that book helped me. That book, I can link it to so many things. I can link it to resolving sibling rivalry. I can link it to when my children does things. I tell somebody it's not that time. Nothing, nobody die.
mm,
Nobody die.
mm, mm,
Mm-mm. Even if nobody even die. Nobody die. So there's nothing like even if somebody die.
mm,
Because my action will not lead to anybody's death. So those three books, Discipline is Not an Emergency, How to Love Your Child More, Raising an Independent Thinking Child. If you don't love reading, when you come into TIP, you will love it because it will be broken down in simple ways that will make you love to read. They
mm,
will show you how to read. You will determine what time of the day, what best suits you. And before you know it, you will look at 3 months. I've read 3 books. You will even be reading other ones alongside. I think I'm an auditory learner. At times I'll put some books on YouTube and I'll be sitting there and I'll be listening. And so I do more than one book per month. At times a day I will read different things, and it shows
mhm.
in your interaction. It
Yep.
shows when you are called up to talk. If you call me anytime to talk, I don't think, just give me that microphone. What I will say, coach, God bless you. It will just be dropped from heaven like this, bam,
That's
followed by
so.
coach. Bam. To just come, I'll just take the mic and then I'll just go. You give me 5 minutes, I'll use 4 minutes. And in that 4 minutes, you have everything you want. It is from exposure to books, to things, to so if you're going to be among the women, among people who are making things work, you have to work in your secrets back at home. Thank you
Hmm.
very much, ma.
Wow,
A lot
wow,
of what the
wow,
books
wow,
so
wow. Ah, wow, wow, wow. There was something, I like to hear the things that were not just, shouting out there and coloring. Bethel said something. She said, readers are not just leaders, they are table makers. Ah, yeah. Ah, as she said it, something in my head just did bam, 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 reset. And you know the truth. This is exactly the word. Oh, leaders are readers. Readers are table makers. You make tables, you put men on it, and you control systems. That's what readers do. And you heard her say, you know, when I'm talking, just give me a microphone. I won't just talk anything. When I'm done, you go no say person talk. This kind, wow. As in, like, really? You're talking? You make sense. Like, you make sense. You know, People look at you and they're like, you make a lot of sense. You say something, someone actually takes home sense. That's what the inner cycle does for you. And when she was talking about the book, she talked about raising the independent thinking child, how to love your child more, the 30 days of practically loving your child more, and discipline is not an emergency. I think that discipline is not an emergency is will be I don't know, maybe will be one of my favorites. I'm a disciplined person, I'm a structured person. I love to do things a certain way. I went for an event. I was speaking in an event at Wales, and that's why been here for a while. And I saw an old friend who was there. We were in Zenith together, we're in university together. And she picked up the mic to introduce herself, and she said, it's not today. You guys are not seeing this thing is not fake. I've known this woman in her raw form. As in, she is intentional about every aspect of her life. I was listening to her. She reminded me, we lived in the same apartment, and she reminded me of some of the things that I did when we were just, at that place. And, she said things like, I remember when you said this, I can see it now. I remember when you said, as she was saying it, I was like, really? I can't even remember. But I know that I've been very focused. But one of the things that has happened to me is that I read a lot. Yesterday I saw a book right where I was, picked it up, and I finished reading it. I just start in one corner, and I finish in 40 minutes. I don't believe in all these, yeah, this. I just I took what I wanted to, and when I'm reading, I'm writing. I don't just read and walk away, no, because I want to use the book. I just want to count the book as one of the books that I have, read. There are books that I touch every year. I read them every year because there's something in that book that I'm looking for. Right? And books, there are some parts of your life that can never ever get broken out if you don't read. The new Yada who is coming in, was speaking to me. I said, which of the books should I buy? I said, buy every book because you will need all of them. And she said, you guys read all the books? I said, yes, we do. And she just looked at me. I said, you will read the books recommended. You even read more. By the time your dads are getting to 10 months, they are looking for more books. I said, that's how much you get fired up. Thank you again, Bethel. Bethel is streaming live all the way from York, United Kingdom. And Bethel is a masterpiece woman, proudly so. And Bethel is a nurse, an exceptional nurse in the UK. She said, I'm not an ordinary UK nurse. Don't call me that. I am the one with a different. And Bethel, it is that implementing yada. That yada that is the yada that is in the front. Yes. And most importantly, Bethel is the Odogu of romance. Odogures. Hey, we give it to you, ma. We're coming to come and read romance from you. You see the way I get excited anytime I say that thing, ma. I am excited. Thank you again for being here. Thank you for all of the inspirations that you have shared. I do not take your time for granted. I understand how much time means to everybody. When people, Yadas were talking to me, the organizers in the UK, they were like, coach, thank you, and all of that. We're at the dinner that night, when we had the dinner that night. And I said to them, your time. All of these people traveled all over, came to Birmingham, stayed 3 days, 2 days. It was amazing. It was the best gift I've ever. That's the best gift I ever get. I was still telling Madam Runke in Lagos, I said, you've been here. Like, it's as if you are giving, for me, your time is your life. So when you give your time, you have given your life. That's the way I said. When I give my time, I give my life. All right. And that's it. Somebody's asking if the books are in Australia. You can get them on Amazon. And you can also contact, we have a system, a distributor in Australia, Dr. Molola. You can contact us on that number on there, and you'll be able to get it. But better, let's share your last words. And somebody who is also listening to you now and thinking, how do I join? Once I join, and all of the things that people say in their head, and then your last words so that we can close today. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, ma. I must appreciate you for this platform as well, for giving me this leverage. Thank you. So, my last word, TIP has moved me from being a yeller to a calm person. It has moved me from being a talker to a listener. It has moved me from being a complainer to a honorer. That's my word, honor.
Mm,
Yeah. It has moved me from an excuse person to a no excuse person.
mm,
If you want more for your life, or if you think that there is more to you, but you don't know how to go about it, come into TIP. If you want more for your parenting, whether
mm,
it is all right now, or you are struggling, or you just feel that what you are doing is not right, you want to know what to do, come into the TIP. The
mm,
Intentional Parenting Academy is where you should be. It will move you from here to there. It will move you from back to the front.
mm,
It will move you and help you to get to that destination. Coach
mm,
will say, Proverbs 22 verse 6, that says, teach a child the way he should go. If you, the parents, did not know the way to take that child, how are you going to teach that child the way the child should go? How? You don't even know who your child is. You don't even know yourself. How are you going to get another person to their destination?
mm,
So if you want to raise an wholesome family, you want to raise a child that is not just beneficial to you, but beneficial to the world, you
mm,
need to join a parenting academy, an accountability system. That is what TIP is to me. It's a structure, a place where you get refined, a place where you get resources, a place where you draw from endlessly and you run with it. That is what TIP. So if you are here and you are still dilly-dallying, you are still saying, should I join 100,000? Is that and all that? This is the best time to join. We have been talking about this arc that has been open since January. If you don't get in this November, you will wait next year, January. Then you can now pay and wait to get in next year, December. So please come into the arc. Flood is coming. A lot of things that is happening. A lot. Coach, from all the webinars we get, I hold conversations at home. We share our family values. We don't just say that's what we believe. We incorporate it in everything we do. We
mm,
wrote it down. We did the infographics. We learned a lot in this TIP.
mm,
Please join in. Join in for yourself.
mm.
Then your spouse can join in, and then you will begin to see changes for yourself first. Then it rubs off on every other person. Thank you, ma.
Amazing, amazing, amazing. Thank you so much, Bethel. I really do appreciate you. Of course, you know
Thank
I
you,
love
ma.
you. I
I
honor you.
love you too.
Yeah, thank you. Bethel is a whole vibe. You can see the way she just seated, just like this, and no, Bethel is a whole vibe. As a life of a party. Have you heard that thing before? Yes, Bethel is one of those life of a party kind of life. And thank you again for being here. Thank you for honoring my time and the time to be here to share your journey. And trust me, your journey has actually been so inspirational to many, including myself. And I do not take for granted the fact that I have access in your space. Thank you so much for making me part of your journey. And thank you for living out the journey. I am going to let you go now. Thank you
Thank you,
for being
ma.
and thank you for your time. All
Yes.
righty. You have
Thank
just
you,
listened
ma.
to, yes, Bethel. Thank you. You have just listened to Bethel Omeife. Bethel Omeife have come here to share with us on her journey. See, I don't know who else. People say, "Oh, are you sure this?" I don't know how sure again you want to be. People come to share their journey intangibility. They come to say, "This is me." It's not about coach. The things that Bethel is doing now. I don't live in York. I am not doing it. It's Bethel that is doing it. It's not about me. All she has done is to take the things that she has learned and she has run with it. And I keep saying, these things work anywhere. These things work anyway. It doesn't matter. I started working with an Indian American family, and we were talking about the principle. Like, they've come back like, the next time they were like, "These things really work." I'm like, "It works. It works in all races, in all tribes, in all nations on the earth. It works everywhere." The question will be, are you going to be one of the people who will be implementing it so that it can work? Let us give shout out to Bethel Omeife. Bethel is the President General in implementation process. Give it to her, please. All of the flowers, everything. Don't restrict it, right? You know that we always talk about flowers. I came to the UK, I collected flowers. I wish I can bring it back. I collected flowers, 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 flowers. I even collected tree. You guys. Every UK other that was coming brought flower and tree. I said, you guys actually really brought me real true flowers, right? Yeah. Thank you so much, for being here. Thank you so much for joining us. Thank you so much for joining us every single day. Tomorrow, we're still going to be live at 8, sharing on my intentional parenting journey. I cannot wait to have you. But most importantly, don't finish listening to this and just say, wow, oh, wow, it's so nice. You will still be at the back. Remember, this morning I shared a voice note with the parents in the inner circle. I said, the time is gone again. 2024 is gone again. All those I would have, you would still be in the space where you would have. But you can actually turn around your life, do things differently, change things just by the way that you actually, their mindset. The more your mindset changes, the more things, you know, the more things in your head, the more things in your life actually changes. And you would learn what to do differently, how to do it differently, and change your life literally. Join the inner circle today, not because we're trying to, just talk about it. Somebody say, it's so good. Why are people talking about it? Yes, we're advertising it. When the ark, Noah was building the ark, he kept shouting, people, come into the ark. Flood is coming. Some people scorned at him. Some people laughed at him. Some people, shared a lot of things and said, all these things you're saying, are you sure it's not? But hey, Noah still continued. And eventually the flood came and it swept some people away. And woo, everybody was gone. And Noah, only the people who listened to come into the ark got saved. So, yes, we're publishing it, we're telling you, we're advertising it. anything, anything that you're doing, as you're doing it, you are actually moving. You are you are actually becoming that person that God has created you to become. There is a person in us that God wants us to be, that we need to become. It's not even just about your children. And that's one thing I love about the academy. It's beyond your children. It's about you. And that's why that quote, parenting is about you, is a hit. It's the first hit that you get. And maybe you don't even understand it when you are outside of the yard. In the yard, you get real time, explanation. It hits you in a different way. Even if you read the books, when you read it in a community, something changes. There's something the community unlocks in your life. Get into the academy, become accountable. You will think all is well until you actually get into a system and find out that, oh, it's not like all is well the way I had actually thought that it is. Get into that system, sit down, review your life. 2024 is ended again. Are you going to end 2025 the same way that you have ended 2024? I don't think you want to do that. And one of the things that changes about your life, in the next 5 years, we're all going to be the same person. What will change are the people we meet. That's what will change us. And the books we read. And I dare say, the community, the environment you find yourself. The environment you find yourself. And that environment is a key aspect of your journey. So if these three things are not happening to you, you're not reading more books, you are not in the right kind of community, you're not meeting the right people, you will remain the same person. So your age is inconsequential. I once went for a birthday party and I was sitting with a friend, and the friend turned to me and said, this birthday party have happened the same way 5 years now. Is it that this person have not grown? I smiled. I said, age doesn't really grow you. What grows you is what you put into your system. So age is not anything. I'm turning 40 in a few months. And trust me, it's not about turning 40. I probably would have achieved more in my last 5 years of my life than I had ever achieved in the other times of my life. So it's not really about the age. It's about the things that you put in your process. And that's what the inner circle is about. That's what, collective community intelligence does for you. That's what changes your life. That's what changes your perspective. We're all product of the perspective that we have. Most of us have very wrong perspective about our life, about the things that happen around us. And if you can change that, it will change your life. And trust me, I have said countless times that I have the gift of perspective. If there's anything that they're going to pick out of the academy, is a perspective that I share to things. Is a gift. It's not me. It's a perspective that I hold there. It's the gift of the word of knowledge that I have been given. It is given to me. You are coming in to actually get in contact with God's finest gift in this generation. Thank you again for joining me. Thank you again for being here. Thank you, and I look forward to seeing you at the 2025 Inner Circle program, which starts on the 1st of December. Only 30 days to go. You're not in? Trust me, anytime you get into the academy, you will ask yourself, what have I been doing all the while? Why haven't I been in the academy since? My name remains Wendy Ologe, and I'm effortlessly your number one parent coach. Effortlessly. I don't need to do so much to become that, because there is something that you know. And that thing is that I am called a savior to my generation in my world today. Provided the family industry is concerned in parenting, I am called on that mountain. Don't take it for granted, because I know what I'm saying. And I know with exactitude where your parenting journey will be in the next 1 year. No, I'm not guessing. I'm not asking you whether it will be no. I know exactly. You might don't say, oh, why does she think she knows? Oh, yes, I do. If you can implement, I know where you will get to. I leave you with those words. Thank you again. See you in the yard, and see you tomorrow again as we share on my intentional parenting journey. Have an amazing day. And shout out to everybody who have shared on this journey. Thank you, Bethel, Omeife, and do have an amazing, amazing day.